Okay, Amy, I'm right in front of your house and I'm hearing some howling. I'm gonna ask you one more time. Amy, are you a werewolf? You never wear silver. Your carpet is always full of hair and you own no pets. Your daughter had a tooth under her pillow last month and it looked like a dagger. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 31 Days of Horror. I am Morgan Film Fan. Let's jump into some scares with the Howling 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf. Also known as Howling 2 Sturba Werewolf Bitch, that I've seen anyway. I see Your Sister is a Werewolf more often though, and that's mostly pretty much always been how I've known it. But I have seen The Howling, and I actually revisited The Howling a few days ago in preparation for this. Not that they have much connected to each other, but there is some, connection. And then I have seen The Howling 3, but I've never seen The Howling 2, surprisingly enough. I've seen clips of 4, and then I haven't seen any of the rest. So I do plan, of course, to visit the entire franchise. This is a Vinegar Syndrome release. A very, very nice one. Glad I got my hands on this. And of course, I decided to pop this into the 31 days and check it out for the first time for this review, this month. So yeah, here we go. This was fun. I've never been the biggest fan of The Howling. It's fine, and it definitely has its really, really great practical effects. That's really what it's famous for. But its story and its plot is just really, really bland. And I've watched it a few times, and I get the same reaction and result of reviewing, is that it's just really boring. It's really bland, and it really doesn't start to pick up until at least an hour in. And then you get the werewolf transformations, and you get the really cool practical effects, and they're really well done. But it just doesn't have the story to back it up. Now, Howling 2 is completely the opposite. Let me start off this review by saying that this is number 1 for October so far. This beat Flesh for Frankenstein, putting Flesh for Frankenstein at number 2, and Unwelcome at number 3. And this was awesome. We've got Christopher Lee in here, so automatically, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, we're in for a treat no matter what, being that Christopher Lee is in this picture. Basically, what we have going on here, for anybody who has seen the original Howling, Dee Wallace plays this woman named Karen White. Do I spoil the first one? I don't know. Anyways, she is deceased by the end of the Howling one, and she transforms into a werewolf as well. So in this one, we have Karen White back, but she goes by Sturba. I don't know if I missed it, or I don't know if they'd explain it at all, but her name is Sturba in this one. She's also played by a completely different actress, but she is revived by this gang of werewolves. There's this leader werewolf, which is the woman on the front cover. Her name is Mariana, and she is, I don't know if she's a mutant werewolf or like an evolved werewolf, but silver does not hurt this woman. Christopher Lee plays a guy named Stefan, and Stefan is a werewolf expert basically, and he's very aware of Mariana, and that she's basically immune to silver. She is only able to be harmed by titanium, and she's one of the stronger werewolves kind of thing. She's the leader of this pact, and this pact is very in the style of like punk, kind of rebels in a sense. There's a lot of musical elements to this film, not like musical, but there's a lot of scenes where this punk band is playing, and there's a theme song to this film, which I always love a film with a good theme song, a catchy theme song. It always brings, points up for a film for me. There's a lot of films that do it, like Friday the 13th Part 8 has a great soundtrack to open that up. Dream Warriors, you got that hair metal song. It just enhances films sometimes, and this one has one of those songs. Now, they kind of overplay it, I'm not gonna lie, but this punk band will randomly start playing at these shows, and these werewolves will just be there rocking out kind of thing, which I found interesting but funny at the same time. So they revive Sturba, which is Karen Black from the first film, not played by Dee Wallace this time, and she is much more like of a sexy erotic character compared to like the kind of shy, kind of timid Dee Wallace was in the first film. She basically is heading to be the lead of the vampires. I'm not exactly sure because Mariana is like the official one, but regardless, Stefan basically is after Sturba, and then we have this couple named Ben and Jenny. Sister is a werewolf thing is the whole your sister is a werewolf thing is Stefan telling Ben that Karen White, who passed away in the first film and turned into a werewolf at the end of the first film on live TV, is a werewolf, and Ben's calling bullshit, but he sees footage and he's still calling bullshit. He says that that recording is fake and that's a fake live stream, yada yada. He starts to, you know, get shown more proof, and then he joins Stefan in this mission to Transylvania, where they go to this big giant castle where all the werewolves hang out, and they basically try to take down Sturba and Mariana and all of her werewolf posse. I really like this movie just because of how goofy and ridiculous it is. It's ridiculous in the same sense as Flesh for Frankenstein it was, but you know, like I said, that theme song is great, and it's so gothic, this film. Like there's just candles dripping with candle wax all over the place, and the castle setting is fantastic, which is basically the entire second half of the film. It's just so well done. You get like werewolf orgies in this film, which are ridiculous but funny to watch. There's some editing choices too. There's one in particular with Sturba. At the end of the credits, there's one scene in the movie where she rips her shirt off and you see her tits. And at the end of the film, for whatever reason, the editor just decided to take that clip where she goes whoosh, and rips her shirt off and just replay it over and over. So she just goes whoosh, 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 like over consecutively, and he'll blend it into other scenes too, but like he blends it into the music with that song playing, the theme song of the film. And I'm just like, holy shit, you really, really like this actress's tits, because he must play it 20, 30 times. It's absolutely ridiculous. The acting is hokey. Christopher Lee, I mean, chews the scenery when he's on screen completely. He totally delivers a Christopher Lee performance as if he's in a Hammer film. But the practical effects are fantastic. There's great, great horror scenes. One where like this guy's eyes explode, his entire eyeballs. There's this other one involving a bat, which the bat is huge and it's got like a giant tail. It looks like a devil bat kind of thing. The bat like jumps onto this guy's face and shoves its tail down his throat, and it's totally practical and it's totally disgusting. Amazing, the practical effects that they were able to do in this film. 1985 film. You would think Tom Savini would be involved, but yeah, no. He has no involvement in this film. It's not the same director as the first one either. This is directed by Philippe Mora. I had a blast with this film. It really surprised the hell out of me. I was expecting a cheese fest, and I hear the Howling films are just all over the place. They rarely connect to each other. They're always something different. I mean, the third even is not that great either. I think it's a little better than the first, but it's so goofy. Like, most of it is in Australia. It really has nothing to do with the first film at all. So I didn't know what to expect with the second film, but the second film just impressed the hell out of me. And it's the most fun, and it's certainly the most rewatchable, easily. I love the Transylvania atmosphere, and I love the castle atmosphere specifically. So yeah, it was just a blast. I really, really had a good time with the Howling too. So yeah, it's definitely a recommended watch. It's a very erotic, sexy horror film, in a sense, in a very disturbing and bizarre way. But yeah, it's such a blast with great practical effects and a great kick-ass theme song, and just cinematography that's just amazing. I love the cinematography in this, which also surprised the hell out of me because it's very different and much more detailed than the Howlings 1 and 3. So anyways, I had a good time with it, like I said. Number 1 of the month so far, so I'm glad I included that as an entry for 31 Days of Horror. So thank you for joining me once again. Hope everybody is having a great spooky season. We're almost there at the end of the month, but there is a few more films to come. So let me know what you think of the films, if you've seen them. If not, let me know if you are interested in seeing them. And until next review, sleep tight tonight.